Hi everyone, and welcome to day zero, or how we would like to call it the global Azure Bootcamp. All the Azure madness we're going to have in the next couple of days. So right now, I'm here. My name is Isidora. I will be one of your virtual hosts for the next couple of days. In the green room today, we also have fantastic Carl Otz calling in from Finland. Alex Mang from Romania. We're making sure that everything runs smoothly, that we get all the speakers on the stream, that Rick and I can tell you what's going to happen. Speaking of Rick, can you please introduce yourself to the world?
Hello. My name is Rick Hepworth. I'm a UK Azure MVP. And, as you can see, Izzy and I have been competing over who's got the better hair. Unfortunately, I'm losing on dynamism and age. So back to you, Izzy.
Speaking of hair, now actually the hairdressers are you cutting your own hair?
No, it's just getting longer. The question is, whether it's going to be down to my waist before I actually get to leave the house and go and get it cut. We shall see. It
will not take that. So to bring us back to the global Azure virtual. So it's going to be hosted for the next 3 days in April 24th, and the 25th, which is 3 days in a row, which is different from the previous years, where Global Azure used to be a one-day event, running all over the world. Communities, literally in every corner of the planet, hosting their own one-day event. Although for this year, the organization, they just felt, the world maybe as well. We just wanted to go bigger. So that's when the idea came to host a 3 days event, be more inclusive during the week as well as in the weekend. But then COVID-19, we got this virus, which changed plans for everybody. What happened? Global Azure Bootcamp decided to go virtual, and with that, many of the communities worldwide also shifted their in-person events to online streams. So in the next 3 days, we will actually have over 180 speakers from all over the world, over 250 sessions of speakers presenting their content to you. We will also have one feature track for all 3 days, where Rick and myself will be hosting the featured speakers. And maybe you're thinking there's so much content going to be presented in the next 3 days. So maybe Rick, you could show us how on the website we can find out where to find the sessions, which speakers are going to present, and what topics we can expect.
Absolutely, thanks, Izzy. So the place to go is Global Azure. And I'm sure through the magic of technology, Alex will be showing you my screen at the moment. So I've got the Global Azure site here. If I scroll down on this page, you can see the featured track. So starting at 4 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. UTC, because this is the cloud, right? Izzy and I will be hosting 3 speakers a day. And hopefully putting your audience questions to them. But that's not really what this is just about, right? We've got speakers from all over the world, 184 now. We've been adding some more today. Glorious photos of all of them. So if you want to know more about a speaker, let's just pick a completely random photo there. I can click on the speaker. I get some speaker background and a link to any of the sessions that they're doing that I can click on to find the stream. So we should say that all of the speakers are hosting their own live streams. So they'll all have slightly different solutions for watching, for joining, maybe for talking to them. You can see their social media links here.
Yeah, it's also good to mention that all these speakers, they will be just like you and me, like Rick and myself as well, at the comfort of their own home, streaming or from their office. It of course depends where they are. but literally content will be coming from all over the planet.
Absolutely. So when it comes to the sessions themselves, we have a list. See, the Pixies said to me, can you please go full screen, Rick, without realizing that would completely sabotage my using the web browser. There you go. Live television, wonderful stuff. So let's click on the list of sessions. So we've got, what, 250 sessions now, I think. And for each of the sessions, I can come in here and I can see the date, the name of the session. Again, I can click on to find more information about it. Find out about the speaker, see the abstract of the session. But the most important thing is the big yellow button, the join stream button. So I can scroll through the content. I can find the session that I want to watch at the time that I want to watch it. Click that join stream and it will take me to whatever the link is that the speaker's provided. Now, we should call out that there are a number of organizers who have managed their own multi-session tracks, as it were, and they've submitted lots of sessions into this. So we'd like to call out that there's a Spanish event across all 3 days, and Rainer Stropek has just spent quite a while putting in, I think, 30 sessions for what is that, the German event, is he? I'm not sure. All of that content is on here. Come and have a look, find the stuff that you want, and then sit back and relax and enjoy 3 days of awesome content from fantastic people who are giving their time completely free because it's community, right?
Absolutely, and also good to mention, Rick, when you look at the agenda here, that you will actually be able to see the time slots in your own time zone. Is that correct?
That's a good call, and I completely forgotten about that. Yes, so you can see that up here it says time zone UTC +1 because I'm in the UK. I can click that and select a different time zone, but it'll pick that up from my web browser. So if you are currently in Australia watching live in the middle of the night, it should give you Australian time. Doubtless you're in Switzerland, right? Is he? See, you'll have
correct.
Based
in Switzerland, and indeed, So with all the time zones, all the time zones, and all the live streams, the community streams, the speakers, we will basically have content just running around the clock.
So obviously this is live. Izzy, what are we doing about recordings and maybe people being able to access the sessions afterwards?
That's a very good one. That's a very good one. So, of course, it depends. As we are a very global community running multiple streams, you will find content which the speakers will hopefully share on their website. You will have certain communities which are running YouTube channels. Let's say, for example, the Global Azure Virtual in UK and Ireland, they will have their YouTube stream. And then, of course, ours on the featured track, actually, we will be recording all the sessions from the featured speakers. And we will also make them available after the event as individual sessions. So if a session is not running in your time zone or just don't have time the next couple of days, or maybe you also want to wait for like everything to be presented and then filter what you would like to follow, we will make recordings available.
So I guess the important thing really is the global Azure hashtag. As we see stuff, we'll try and retweet it out. So as the speakers tweet out that their recording URLs, will be able to direct content. We should say not every speaker might be able to record their session for access later.
Exactly.
Obviously,
there are definitely speakers like presented live, and they will not have a session recording. So yeah, it's really depending on the speaker. Yeah. But it's important, to keep following the hashtag Global Azure, as well as the official social media accounts. You will find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. We will be active in the next couple of days, of course, on the accounts, sharing links and content, as well as the community who will be tweeting under the hashtag Global Azure.
And actually on that, it is worth calling out, if I just go back to featured speakers over here. So we have a couple of sessions over the next few days where we're really keen on audience interaction. So Sammy Leho tomorrow is doing an Ask Me Anything, and Brendan Burns on the 24th on Friday is doing a whiteboarding session. So I believe, Izzy, that people can ask questions on the YouTube channel, and we can then try and pass them on to the speaker. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, so we will be monitoring during the live streams. We will be monitoring the questions which are coming in on the YouTube channel. You can write them in the chat, and of course, we will do our best to answer, or to get the speakers to answer any of the technical questions which are coming in from the audience. So make sure you stay engaged, you stay interacted. If you have anything you would like to ask the speaker, then we will have time after each session to go through the Q&A with the speaker.
So out of the featured sessions, then, is it one of the ones that actually I'm looking forward most to is the one on extending capabilities on the intelligent edge, which is all about Azure Stack Edge. Have you got a personal favorite that you're really genned up for and looking forward to? I might have one, but not say it out loud. I don't know, just kidding. No, I'm actually, when I looked at the featured track, I'm amazed. It's really amazing, like all the speakers which are going to be on that track. And yeah, I think I'm as equally excited for every session to see tomorrow what's going to happen, and especially for the interactive sessions where we will have like the Ask Me Anything and the whiteboard sessions, where we can really like involve the community and include the questions which are coming from the community worldwide. And it really wouldn't be right for us to be doing this stream without calling out that a certain somebody that you know very well is doing several sessions, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
I could find them on the website. Would you like to call out Thomas's sessions for people?
Well, I don't control his agenda, nor do I know exactly where he's presenting, because to me it feels like that man is presenting like 24/7 around the clock. He's like every day, like on some stream or a podcast or a video or online event. So I don't know his exact agenda. I know he will, I think, have 3 sessions, which of course also a bit challenging to both like be live. He will also do 2 sessions for the UK and Ireland stream. There'll also be 1 or 2 sessions on his website, but if you go to his site, then it will definitely show. Yeah.
See, and while you were saying that, our little backroom pixies have just given me a link, which I have completely failed to post up. Not only has he given me 1 link, he's given me 2 links, actually concatenated. Again, we're back to the miracles of live technology again.
Yeah, well,
Thomas's session. So yes, getting started with Azure governance and management. He's doing that one at 5 o'clock my time. On the 24th.
I guess 6 o'clock my time. On 24th of April, it's interesting, it is his birthday. So, but okay, enough about Tom. Who we should actually really highlight is, of course, we have the community worldwide who's putting this event up together, who have been working on actually in-person events for the in-person event for a long time, and then had to shift to a virtual event. And behind the global Azure, so the core staff, actually, I really want to highlight them. So we have David Rodriguez from Spain. We have Carl Otts from Finland, Alex Mang from Romania, Martin Abbott from Australia, Magnus Martinsson from Sweden, Sjouk Jezel from the Netherlands, and Wesley Cabus from Belgium. So it's, yeah, maybe you want to say something as well?
I think they're an awesome bunch. I mean, the global Azure team has changed a little bit. What hasn't changed is how dedicated they are to this, how hard they work, and particularly how hard they've worked to put together this virtual event, right? Because this wasn't virtual just a few short weeks ago, and when the world started going into lockdown, it really wasn't clear what was going to happen. All of those physical events that lots of other people in the community had spent time and effort and giving their time to organize suddenly went up in smoke. So I think it's great that they've managed to work hard to do this. And I think it's an interesting model for next year, right? That maybe there could be a mix of online and physical. Because I don't know about you, but I like physical events. I like speaking in front of people. But I think for accessibility, being able to watch the content that the online is a great opportunity for them.
Yeah. I personally really miss in-person events. I'm an extrovert. I'm outgoing. I like to travel. I like to go to community events, bigger conferences. So yeah, I do really miss the travels. Although I do have to say I'm also enjoying to be home for a while, like not packing, unpacking, not going into a hotel, out of a hotel. But indeed, like you said, I mean, it does give opportunities to the community to also join this stream and for example, speakers who like before, like maybe couldn't travel to a conference to speak, they now have the ability to do so here at the Global Azure, which is going virtual, which is also, I mean, it's also an opportunity for you and me, right? I mean, we are now, for the next 3 days, we will be hosting the virtual show, which wouldn't be able, if it's like an in-person event, we could not be like in one day hopping. Well, technically, now that the event is 3 days, we could have done like every day we go like to different countries, but that's maybe an idea for next year.
Absolutely. So I've just been asked to call out another site. So the organizers have tried to put together some useful information on how to host their virtual events. So this is to an extent content for speakers, but actually I think it's useful to anybody that's trying to take their user group online as well. I mean, I don't know about you and the friends that you've got with user groups there, Izzy, but I've got quite a few who are looking to try and work out how they can put their group online, maybe using Teams, maybe using Zoom, helping speakers join remotely. And there's a page of tips and tricks there. Some of it from Mr. Hanselman himself, and also there's a very, very long article that Martin Balliot wrote about the experience they had with the Virtual Azure Community Day, which I think was just last week, a couple of weeks ago, which went so well. They're doing another one, I believe, aren't they?
They will indeed do another one. Yeah, but I also think it's definitely useful to have those resources with the tips and tricks, especially because it's just like you and me, right? We're both at home. I'm now in my home office. Like I don't have a professional studio, and that's also what I think this event Global Azure is about. It's really community efforts. So it's like be kind also to the organizers as well, to the speakers. I mean, there might be some hiccups in the next couple of days, whether it be like a connection or whatever. Just be kind. It's really the community doing this in their free time, caring to share the content with the community, doing it from home. So that's what I think is really also good to know, that it's really a community effort.
Yeah, I think that sort of be supportive, be patient is really important, isn't it? You know, don't complain if somebody's kids wander in because they live in their house too.
Exactly.
If you can't really see what's on the screen, maybe try and give some feedback in the chat channel so they might be able to zoom in or change the resolution, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of us, we're not really used to doing this online and streaming out, and it can be very difficult, and it can be very daunting as well, can't it?
Can't it? Yeah, exactly. And then also what you said about like kids on the cameras or etc. I mean, I do have to say, I don't know if you noticed that as well, but I try to focus also on the positive side effects, and I do feel like people they're more human. Like even like the highly professionals, you just get like a little bit more, like now that everybody's working from home, you will just have in the background, whether it be your kids or your dogs or your spouse. And I think nowadays people care less about it than before, like where before you would maybe like, I don't know, I don't have kids myself, but maybe like panic, like, oh my God, my daughter just like went through the camera professional meeting. And nowadays people just understand and respect the situation, that's the way, how it is right now, right?
So you're a regular speaker at events. Have you got any tips for people in configuring their apps or maybe sorting out their equipment to go online and do sessions online?
I'm not like a frequent or a regular speaker, but I did, of course, help with my team to host some virtual sessions. What we did recently, for example, when Microsoft Ignite, the tour in Zurich got canceled, and of course we had already prepared my colleagues their breakout sessions. And so basically so they're both MVPs, Marcel Zenner and Michael Ruffley. What they did, we just decided, okay, let's then still present our breakout sessions and do it online without like an official virtual event, but we will just host our own stream. And basically we used Microsoft Teams, the live event feature, which I would highly suggest also to others. It's really pretty easy to use. And yeah,
the big thing because I've fallen foul of it myself earlier on, in fact, when we were prepping for this session, right? Set your screen resolution to nothing higher than full HD, 1920 by 1080, because that's what most of the streams want. Get a reasonable text zoom. And actually, I know all developers like dark mode. I realize I'm strange that I don't, but actually it's a lot easier when you're presenting to run your IDE in light mode. Switch that visual code back to VS Code back to light mode, switch Visual Studio back to light mode, because it's a real help when people are looking on slightly sort of grainy screens.
So to bring back, so we will have like over 180 speakers tomorrow who will be on that side of the event, but of course we will also have 1,000 attendees, and I'm just thinking of maybe some tips that we can name up for them. To start with, for example, make yourself comfortable, ensure you have some snacks, you have some drinks, and what maybe helps is like pretend you are actually attending an event. Like I know some people mention like they will put on their out of office reply that they're like at a virtual event, because that's also something which now maybe is a bit more difficult to combine. Like normally when you would travel, it's like easy, you're out of the office, you're out of the house. But now you might be sitting at home. Is there any tips you might have for that, Rick?
So we obviously went through this recently with MVP Summit. And what I found there was it was about managing the information that was flowing past me. So you're absolutely right. Set the out of office. Tell the team if you're absolutely going to participate and watch the conference, that you're at a conference. But then it's a matter of trying to arrange all of those different streams of information. So, screen for the main sessions goes on one monitor. I've got Twitter on another where I'm watching the Global Azure hashtag. I might have another screen with maybe YouTube chat or Teams chat or something like that, because this is, again, it's social, right? So why can't we have viewer parties? Why can't we have YouTube on one screen and Zoom on the other? So again, one of the things we've done since lockdown is we've just had like a party chat with some friends open on one screen, because then you're not just on your own in a darkened room watching the screen. You can see what other people think. You can have a conversation about them, and maybe you could be watching different channels. So in that old, I'm currently watching channel 1 with, I don't know, a thriller, and you're watching channel 3 with a rom-com, or we can say, hey, this is really great content and you should watch it later, or you need to switch to this, it's really cool. And I'd love to see our audience tweeting out what they think about the sessions that they're watching and recommending them to that wider audience by using the Global Azure hashtag.
Indeed, and what would also be fun actually if people would share photos of where they are streaming from, so that we can really like see, even though we are not seeing each other in person, that we can see like where you are based, where you're streaming. Are you watching in your living room? Are you in your office? Maybe some people are sitting in their garden, or maybe because of time zones, people are watching in bed. I don't know. I mean, it will be, it's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a lot of fun in the next couple of days, especially because it's just going to be coming from everywhere in different time zones. It will definitely be an experience.
One of the things I thought was cool about Summit was friend of mine, Ryan, he got all the MVPs tweeting out pictures of their mugs with a hashtag. So I've already tweeted a picture of me. This is my mug. Why don't we'll start firing out mug pictures with the hashtag Global Azure Mug.
A mugshot. A mugshot.
Absolutely. We absolutely want your mugshots, viewers. We want to see, what it is that you're relaxing with.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
As an Englishman, I have my chocolate digestives as well to go with my mug of tea, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a good idea. So let's do mugshots. So please, tomorrow, if you're watching and you're drinking your cup of coffee or tea or whatever you have in your mug, then share a photo on #GlobalAzure. Good. Okay. Then I think we should be getting ready for tomorrow. We're warmed up. We tested from our side. It's great to have Carl and Alex in the green room. So all you and I have to do, Rick, is just sit here and talk.
Absolutely, turn up and look great. I think the next 3 days are really going to be excellent. We've got some good speakers with some great topics. Hopefully, the audience will fire us some fantastic questions to ask those speakers, and we can just be the voice of the audience, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Good. Then, I would say to everybody, have fun. Good luck. Be kind to all the organizers, to all the speakers. We truly hope you appreciate that. Like, everybody's pitching in their time in the next couple of days to share their streams. Rick and I are definitely looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in the feature track. And like Rick already mentioned, we hope you will stay interacted. So feel free to ask your questions tomorrow in the chat, and we will make sure that your questions are being seen and that we can ask them live in the stream to the speakers.
Absolutely. Okay, well, it's been great talking to everybody. Thanks very much for joining for this pre-day live stream. Thanks very much, Izzy, for taking the time to do this. It's been fun. And hopefully we'll see all of you online at whatever time it is for your local time zone, 4 p.m. UK time, certainly. I've no idea what time that is in Australia. Nice and early Seattle time. Is it 5 o'clock for you tomorrow? Are you an hour? Izzy, are you an hour?
5 o'clock. Yeah,
brilliant.
Correct.
Okay, well, I guess thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Looking forward.